this hay pretty soon here. Just want to check, make sure it's dry. I've seen somebody else do this. You take some hay, bend it, and then you twist it. And if it springs back like that, then it is good and dry. So I think we're ready to bale tomorrow morning. As soon as the dew is off of it, I'll probably bale it up. Alright, the brakes worked real good today. I'm gonna say my windrow is about 7 feet apart, I'd say. I got up early this morning, and well, it didn't start till about 9 o'clock, and still had some moisture in the hay, that morning dew, so it's good to rake it. Still nice and flexible. And I'm going to come back in about 3-4 hours, hopefully get some good sun, and then I'm going to go ahead and bale this out. But we'll see how the baler handles these windrows. These windrows are like, yeah, over a foot tall, probably 2 feet wide. Maybe hard to tell on the camera. Some of these, like this outer edge one, is about 3 feet wide in some areas, and 1.5 feet tall. And then when you get down on the other end there, it's they're shorter. But it's a small field, and it's triangle shaped, so it's kind of hard to do. I had to figure it out. Hopefully get enough bales off of this that I can feed the cattle through winter. We got hopefully one more cutting off of this. I'd say we would definitely get another cutting. Today is May 24th, so we got plenty of time to grow all summer long. If we don't get a drought or anything, we'll have another cutting off this field. It stays pretty damp back here, so the grass grows real well, as we're in a valley. There's the mountain right up here, and there's a hill there. There's hills going that way. There's hills going this way. So this is like it's a river valley here, and you got a creek running right over here. So it always stays damp in here, which I thought we had 2 inches of rain before I mowed. The day before I mowed, we had 2 inches of rain, and I thought, man, it's going to be really sloppy back here, and that hay is just not going to dry. But this windrow right near the creek here, it's good and dry. You know, I'm not real happy with the way the mower mowed, because if you look between the two blades, it's a drum mower. It's a Samaz drum mower, and between the two blades it left a row of grass. So I'm thinking whoever owned it before me may have put the blades they put on there maybe too short. So I did give up a bunch of grass here. Look at, see down here. Alright, it's hay baling time. Get ready. I'll start this first row. I've never baled with this before. Let's see what happens. Got new belts on it. Should be good to go. I tested out the string arm. Everything's working. Had to run the hydraulics hooked up here to the back door. This is my wire coming in. I've got a battery in here. I'll have to buy another smaller battery because I'll take one out of one of the cars. But I've got a battery hooked up to a switch here to run the twine arm. And when I'm ready, I'm just going to hook the battery to that. I got some alligator clips. There we go. I'll speed up. tight. Yeah, that's real tight. I'm happy with that. I need to do a little better driving on picking up. I'm not sure if I have my pickup lowered enough, but it's definitely picking up, you know. I think this hay might be a little moist yet. On the bottom, it's pretty dry, but near the bottom there's a little moisture yet. So we haven't had much sun today. It's real cloudy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull forward, and I'll be free of this bale here. It's not bad. I'm happy with that. And the string cut and tied itself real good. It's a nice tight string on there. Here's the end where it cut it. Didn't seem to cut it right away, but it did. I didn't run off the end with the string, which is good. So I did that just about right. Probably could have had this string on there a little more toward the end, but looks pretty good. I wanted to check to see if it left a good tail hanging there for the next bale. Well, it's got it. I guess it has a cut, and it's in that cutter, so we'll have to see. That should be a good tail then, yeah. It's kind of clamped. I didn't know it would clamp the string. It's got it clamped in that cutter. One thing I forgot to do was to back up before I open the back door. So now I got hay in front of the pickup. If you back up, then it'll be clear in front of you. When you drop your bale, you can just drive forward and start your pickup. Tall windrows here, so I'm going slow. Doing a little weaving, but it didn't seem to matter too much. This is not a real wide baler, so it seems to spread the hay out pretty good on the bale. Looks like I'm coming up on another bale here, probably at the end of this row. Finish this row out. I'd rather pop them out before disconnects. There's an override where if it gets too big of a bale, it'll disconnect. Alright, we're going to cut it short right here. This is getting close to a full bale. I'm just going to go ahead and back it up. Seemed to pick the string up good last time. I'm gonna bring our RPMs down a little bit. guess it wrapped around the bale. All that extra twine that's pulling out. I'll go ahead and, yeah, it definitely wrapped it on the bale. Let's get all that extra twine on the end there. I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and I'll just cut it down here. Pull a little bit of twine out. Go ahead and cut it with the scissors. Alright. 1 for 1 on the twine cutting. Go ahead and jack this bale out. Yeah, did not want to cut. So we got about 5 or 6, 8 wraps on there. In the middle here, we got 2. All the wraps in there. This could be a little tighter on this side here. Pretty tight. Nice tight nails. I'm going to go ahead and pull forward and start my next one. Looks like I missed some here. We're going to have to come back and clean all that up. That was that first bale. It's got a narrow pickup, so you almost, if you swerve back and forth, you end up going off the windrow. I'm going to need to make even more narrow windrows than this. I thought my windrows were kind of narrow to begin with, but it looks good so far. I got 2 bales and I've only done 2 rows, so I might get 10 by the time I'm done.